to hear it. I'm glad that you are not too bad. I'm glad you are quite good. Have you had a good week, Kian?
Yeah, I had a good week.
Oh, good. That's good. And how is the weather in Hanoi today?
Mm, it's quite cold. Yeah, let me see. Now is 12 degrees Celsius.
30. 30 degrees.
12,
Sorry, 12.
12, 12 degrees Celsius.
12 degrees. Oh, okay, 12 degrees. So a little bit cold. Little bit cold today.
No, it's very cold.
Very cold. Okay, 12
Yeah,
degrees.
now my
Okay.
hand is freezing.
Oh, really? I'm sorry to hear that. Wow, very cold. But soon it will be getting warm. Is that right, Kian?
Mm,
Soon.
the weather forecast said that we'll have sunny by the end of the next week.
Right. Okay. Okay, good. So I will be coming to visit Hanoi in just less than 12 weeks, Kian. So looking forward to seeing you again.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
We'll
So
see you
looking forward
soon.
to seeing you again. So I'm coming in the middle of May. Middle of May.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Bao Chan, Chao Gon.
Hi, teacher.
How are you?
I'm not good. I'm happy sick.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I think a cold.
You have a cold. Okay. I hope you recover soon. I hope you get better soon.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just wait for the others to join us. I know it's early in the morning, but they should be here soon. So, Kian, how is your English study going?
Uh, I don't know how to say that. It's quite, uh,
Is it going okay, you think?
yeah. I
Good.
think I'm still okay.
Okay, that's good.
No, I have some problem about speaking and writing. Yes.
Oh, really? Speaking, but I think you speak well, Kian. Your speaking is good. Your writing needs to improve a little bit, but that I think is just practice. You have a very good vocabulary, Kian. You know a lot of words, but just sometimes you put them together in the wrong order. That's all.
Yes, that is my biggest problem now.
That is your biggest problem, but that is just practice. Just practice. Okay, who else can I see? Bao Ling, Chao Gon, Bao Ling.
Hello, teacher.
How are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Good. Nice to see you, Baoling. Have you had a good week?
Um, Not really. It's
Not
just
really. Why? What happened?
I just doing my exam, so a bit stressful.
Oh, a bit stressed. Wow, you have exam already.
Yes.
Wow, you've only been back at school 1 week, haven't you?
No. Next week I will have an exam.
Right. Oh, next week you'll have exam.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. For all your subjects, Baoling, all your subjects?
There are 6 subjects.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
So very busy. Very
Yes.
busy. Okay. Good luck with that, Baoling.
Thank you.
Good luck. Okay. Feng Ni, Chao Gon.
Hello, teacher.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay. Chami.
Hi, teacher.
How are you, Chami?
I'm good, thank you. And you?
I'm good, thank you. Good. Can everyone turn your cameras on, please? Zung Ha. Chao Gon Zung Ha. Hi, how are you, Zung Ha?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. And Viet Ang. Viet Ang.
Yeah, teacher.
How are you, Viet Ang?
I'm good.
Good. Okay, everyone. Kian, I can't see you. You are hiding, Kian. Ah, that's better. Now I can see you. Much better. Excellent. Okay, so how many do we have? Okay, we have 7 so far. All right, so we'll get started, everyone. Thank you for being on time, for those of you who are early. Kian tells me it's only 12 degrees in Hanoi this morning, so I know it's very cold for you. So I hope it gets warm soon, and I hope your fingers and your hands aren't too cold. Okay, so let's have a look at what we're going to be doing today, everybody. Before I start, does anyone have any questions for me? Any questions about English in general? Okay, so remember, anytime you have any questions, please, you are welcome to email me or to ask Mrs. Ha, and Mrs. Ha can ask me. So the first thing we're going to be doing today is I'm going to get you to tell me the story that I asked you to think of last week. Remember, this story is just something interesting that has happened to you. It doesn't have to be about a place you visited. It doesn't have to be about something you ate. It doesn't have to be about going on holiday with your family. It can be anything. Can be anything. And remember, the reason we're practicing this is that you have a story that you can use to answer many different types of Ielts questions. All you have to do often is just change it a little bit. Remember, as I've said to you several times before, the Ielts test is not a test of English. It's a test of how well you communicate in English. So if you have a story that you are familiar with, that you can tell easily, okay, and that you can communicate easily, then that will help you get a good mark. So that's what we're going to be doing shortly. I'm going to get you to tell me the story. Last week, I asked you to think of the story. This week, I'm going to get you to practice telling it to me. Then we're going to be going on to look at the different types of task to essay. So the one that I got you to do for the mock Ielts exam the other week was an opinion essay. But of course, there are Kian.
Yes, teacher.
Yeah. I got you to do an opinion essay a couple of weeks ago for the mock Ielts test. How many types of task 2 essay are there? Can you remember? How many different types?
5, I guess.
Correct. Well done, Kian. Excellent. Good memory. As everyone should know, there are 5 different types of task 2 essay. So we're going to be just looking at those in a bit more detail today and just giving you a bit of practice at how to identify which type is which, because of course you need to know that before you start to construct or compose or write your answer. You need to know what type of essay you are writing, because that affects the structure of your essay. Okay, so that's mostly what we're going to be doing today. Again, before I start, do we have any questions? All right. So I'm just going to give you another minute or so to think about this. Actually, while I'm doing it with one person, of course, the rest of you can think about how you're going to answer the question about your story. So, Kian. Oi.
Do you hear?
Yeah, Kian, I'm going to ask you to go first, okay, with your story. So I'm going to give you a minute or so to think about it first, okay? So what I want you to do, Tu and Son. Chào con, Tu and Son.
Teacher,
How are you, Tu and Son?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. So, Tu and Son, can you please read what I have highlighted?
Student to practice thinking of a memorable story that links to the main type, e.g., an experience you have had that can fit the a variety of situations such as losing and finding your cell phone, a holiday adventure that went wrong, a fantastic meal that you enjoy. Keep this story in your memory so you can use it.
Okay, good reading, Tu and Son. Just a couple of words you didn't pronounce correctly. This word here, Tu and Son, is topic. Topic. Can you say that, please, Tu and Son?
Topic.
Topic. Good. Okay. Topic means the subject of what you are writing about. For example, you might be talking about going on holiday with your family. So going on holiday with your family is the topic of your speech. And also this word here, Tu and Son, can you pronounce this word here, please?
Variety.
Variety. Yeah. Can you say that, please, Tu and Son?
Variety.
Good. To a variety of situations just mean lots of different situations. Variety means lots of different things. You can have a variety of food in a restaurant. That means lots of different sorts of food. You have a variety of ice creams in the ice cream shop. Lots of different flavors of ice cream. Variety just means lots of things. Okay, so what I want you to do, everyone, is to think of a story that you will find easy to remember and that you can tell easily as part 2 of the speaking test. So Kian, I'm going to start with you, then Bao Chan, then Bao Ling. Okay, Kian, Bao Chan, Bao Ling are going to be the first 3. So I don't need you to talk for any particular length of time. I just want you to be able to tell me a story from beginning to end. Kian, are you ready yet?
I'm quite nervous.
Don't need to be nervous, Kian. This is just practice, all right? Just practice. So all I want you to do is, first of all, tell me the topic of your story. What is your story going to be about?
Maybe cultural combination.
Sorry, Kian, I didn't quite hear that.
About the cultural combination.
Cultural combination. Okay. Are you ready to go, Kian?
Okay, I will try my best.
Okay, try your best, Kian, and I will tell you how to improve, okay? All right, so whenever you're ready, Kian, just please tell me your story.
Can I have a couple of minutes?
Or you're still not ready yet?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, couple of minutes, Kian. I'll come back to you in a moment. Bao Chan, are you ready with your story?
I think I can take it.
Sorry, Bao Chan, I can't hear you very, very well.
I think I don't have yet.
Okay, all right, so can you please hurry up, everyone? Remember, I asked you to think of this last week about the topic for your story. So this should be something you already know well. Okay, you shouldn't have to make up too much about it. Just tell me something interesting that has happened to you sometime. Feng Ling, Chao Gon.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Feng Ling?
I'm good, thank you.
Good, nice to see you. Okay, Chami.
Yes.
Are you ready?
It's my turn right now.
It's your turn right now. So remember, Chami, you don't have to talk for 2 minutes, okay? Just tell me a story, okay? Something that happened to you, okay?
Yes.
Okay, what is your topic, by the way, Chami?
I think I'm going to talk about a time when I had to give a presentation.
Okay. All right.
Well,
Okay, Chami, whenever you're ready, please, just start.
Yes. Well, there was this one time when I had to give a presentations in front of many people. It's all up to me to prepare for the presentations. Although we did in a teamwork, but although we did in a teamwork, it was up to me to do a lot of things from preparing for the presentations and giving a speech. This was the time when I had to prepare for my project and also cram for my midterm examination. So I was really a little bit under pressure at that time. And these presentations was really important for us because my teacher would assess our ability through these presentations. So I had to make a plan for whole weeks. And I remember going outside until midnight to finish the deadline. But in the end, I pulled it off, and we did it really successfully. We did it really successful. Although it was a little bit pressure, but in the end, we did it very well. Yeah, I think
Okay.
it's my story.
That is an excellent story, Charmy. Okay, you told it very well. By the way, you said the correct word the first time. Successfully was correct the first time. Okay,
Yes.
and then you changed it to successful, but you were actually right the first time. It was successfully. Okay,
Yes.
so Charmy, that was very good, excellent. All right, and I know it's hard going first, so you did very well. So
Yeah, thank you, teacher.
that's great, Charmy. So what you can use that story for, and please, all the rest of you, I hope you are listening to this because this is what I'm trying to teach you for this part of the lesson. So Charmy, you could use that story for a topic such as, tell me about a time when you did something really scary, something that frightened you. Okay, you could use it for that topic. I could say, tell me about a time when you had to do something under pressure. Okay, you could use it for that topic. I could say, tell me about a time when you had to work with a group of people. Okay, you could use
Yes.
the same story for that topic. So you see what I mean, Charmy? You can use that
Yes.
same story for many different situations. And so
Yes.
the idea is that already you have that story in your mind. So when it comes to giving the 2-minute talk, if somehow you can use that story as part of your 2-minute talk, okay, it is much easier for you. Does that make sense? Because this is a story you already know.
Yes, I understand it.
Yeah, good, Tommy. And there are many more situations you could use that story for too. That were just 3 that I just thought of, but there are other
Yes.
ones as well. Yeah, tell me about a time when you had to do something interesting at school. Okay, you give
Yes.
the same talk, exactly the same talk. Okay, so this is one story you can use in many different situations. Okay, thank you, Charmy, for going first. You can relax now. Okay, who is next? Zung Ha. Zung Ha, oi.
She's not here.
She is. I can see her.
Yes.
Ngọc Hà ơi, nhanh lên con thầy gọi con trả lời nhanh lên chứ.
Yes, can you hear me?
I can now, Zung Ha. Okay, are you ready to give your talk, Zung Ha?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, what is your topic going to be?
It's about when I go out to eat Japanese food with my family.
Fantastic. Okay, well, please start whenever you're ready, Zung Ha. And remember, you don't have to talk for any particular length of time. Okay, just tell the story. So it takes as long as it takes. Okay.
So when I was a child, I have a relative in Germany. He's came to Vietnam to visit my family, and we have a dinner with him. My mom booked a table in a Japanese restaurant. So that was the first time I have tried the Japanese food. I think it was very delicious and very impressed me about how they cook the meal, how they prepare the seafood and how it tastes. It very impressed me all. And we had a very happy time together with my family and my relatives.
Okay, have you finished?
Yes.
Okay, good. Nice story, Zungha. Okay, very good. All right. So you could make that longer if you need to make it longer by talking about the sort of dishes that you had. What sort of food did you have, Zungha?
We had sushi and
Okay.
some like sashimi.
Okay, good. And then you could even describe what is sashimi, Zungha? What is it?
It's raw fish with are being cut in pieces.
Okay, excellent. All right. So that is how you can make it longer. Okay, Zungha? So
Okay.
talk about the sort of food that you had, such as sushi and sashimi, and describe what is sashimi. As you just said, it is raw fish, mixed with maybe bean curd. All right. So that's how you could make it longer. So that's a good story, Zungha. Okay, going to have Japanese meal with one of your relatives. So again, you could use that in many different situations. For example, tell me about a time you did something with your family. Tell me about a time you enjoyed a delicious meal. Tell me about a time when you tried something you never tried before. Does that make sense, Zungha?
Yes.
Okay, so you can use that same talk, that same topic for many different situations. That's good, Zungha. Any questions, Zungha?
No, thank you.
Okay, good. Did well. Okay, Kian. Not Kian.
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, are you ready to go?
Yeah, I think later very a bit.
Yeah. Did you hear what the other two talked about, Kian? The sort of topic they chose.
Yes, the topic I chose was cultural combination, right?
Yeah. So the topic has to be something that you can remember easily. Okay. So, for example, Charmi talked about a time she had to give a presentation in front of the class. Zung Ha talked about a meal she had, a special meal with one of her relatives. Okay, so it has to be something you can remember easily. All right, are you ready, Kian?
Yes.
Okay, whenever you're ready, please start.
This happened in last week. It's what my mom's friend who came back from England make a visit to our house. We talked a lot about the cultural difference, how difficult she lived in the country that far away from her hometown, and the most important and through the talk, she talked about Lunar New Year in England. Yeah, it's just like a normal day, and it makes she miss Vietnam so much. And by the end of the morning, she offered us about having a meal. And she cooked, and we will cook the traditional food of Vietnam, and she will show us what she had learned from abroad. Yeah, that end.
Okay, so first thing, Kian, okay, you spoke very well. All right, excellent. And good topic, too. Good topic. So the way to make that longer, Kian, okay, is to tell me more about the sort of food that you normally have at Lunar New Year, okay? So you talked
Okay.
about how she cooked a delicious meal. Of what? What was it? And what do you normally eat at New Year? Does that make sense, Kian?
Nah, yes.
Yeah, and these are things that you know easily because you've been doing it all your life, so you should find it easy to talk about. Okay, and so the other thing, Kian, is that you can use the same talk again for many different topics. Tell me a time you did something special with a friend. Tell me about a special meal you had. Tell me about an interesting experience you had with a different culture. Okay, you can use that same story to answer all those different questions. Does that make sense, Kian?
Yes.
Okay, and the way to make it longer, if for example I said, okay, talk for 2 minutes, Kian, is just again, like I say, to describe in more detail some of the things that happened or that you talked about. For example, you mentioned Lunar New Year. You could easily spend 2 minutes talking just about what happens Lunar New Year in Vietnam. Okay?
Okay.
That's how
Yeah,
you make
I'm
it
just
longer.
afraid that I'm talk too much and
No, okay, that's fine, Kian. That's fine. No, you didn't talk too much, but that was fine. Good topic, Kian. Thank you. Okay, you can relax. Bao Chan. Bao Chan.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, are you ready, Bao Chan?
Yes.
Okay, what is your topic?
I have a silly experience during work.
Okay, please start whenever you're ready.
Yes. So during Tết holidays, my family want to make a profit, so they make me to manage their restaurant during the Tết. It's only two people that servant the restaurant. It's me and another guy. You know that during Tết, people go to their countryside, but in my restaurant, there are a lot of people not there, and also the foreign visitors. Uh, Once when I work in the evening, at once like a family Chinese family went to my restaurant and then they go and look forward. I don't know what they look for, but then in a couple of minutes, the fathers goes he goes face to face with me, and then I ask him what do we need in English way, but I think he didn't know about English, so he keep like describing me what he wants in the Chinese. I don't know Chinese language, so I think he like not have a patience. He yelled at me. I think so because he loud his voice very much, and I keep stand and listen to it about like 2 or 3 minutes, and then like he angry and he took his family out of my restaurant. That's when I feel rest.
Okay.
Right.
Sorry, have you finished?
Yeah, yes, I finished it.
Okay, so very interesting story, Bao Chan. Okay, very interesting story, and you told it very well. So again, you can use this story to answer many different questions. All right, for example, tell me about a time when something stressful happened to you. Tell me about a time when you were under pressure. Tell me about a time when you felt very scared about something. Does that make sense, Bao Chan?
Yes.
Okay, good. But that was a good story, Bao Chan. Okay, and I hope it wasn't too stressful for you. What happened in the restaurant? All right, must have been very hard for you. You are like the manager of the restaurant and
Yeah.
have to deal with a difficult customer. So yeah, must have been difficult. But yeah, good story, Bao Chan. Very good. Okay, so like I say, you can use that same story for many different questions. Okay, so that is a good one to remember. Thank you. Bao Ling. Baoling?
Yes,
Okay, Baoling. Are you ready?
I'm ready now.
Great. What is your topic, Baoling?
My topic is I on my way trip with my family to my hometown. Everything goes well until we got into a car collision.
Wow. Okay, please tell me more. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
It's it's the last day in Tet, and I went to my hometown with my family and my cousins uh, by our car to Taiping province, my hometown. Um, we start our trip at 6 o'clock, so it took like 4 hours to went to my hometown. So we have like a wait at a waypoint to have about a fur, and then we continue our trip. Then my parents dropped by like the burial ground to visit the grave of my previous generation. Then like we continue our trip again. Like it took us 4 hours, so we get to this destination at 20 um 11 o'clock. I met my grandfather and my grandmother and cousin out because my grandfather had like a nine sister, so uh, it could say that it's an extended family. So after we have a chat, and we just stay there like for 3 hours. Then we uh, went back to our home. During our home is in like a rush hour, so um there a lot of car on the highway, and then accidentally we just normally when on the way, but accidentally I heard a very huge noise, a bang next to my car. The car next to us they drive on the wrong side, and they drive like very in high speed. So, but uh, but the result that the car next to us have like a big scratch on the car. So they turn the signal on the way to wait for us to get out of the car. When this car get out of the car, it's two men like they have a tattoo on the arm, and like they are bad. Yeah, they look very like mafia. So we scared they aware that they will got at us or have got into a conflict. Then my mother and my father got out of the car to talk to them. My mother's aware that like my dad is would get angry because this car got us into car collision. The conclusion. So my mother just calm my dad and talk to two men to pay a fine. At first, they said that like we have to pay 3 million for the scratch. Although despite that, they drive on the wrong side, but they had bigger scratch on the car. So after like a little discussion, my mother pay like half of it. Then then everything goes well, and we continue to went home. But my mother have to pay like a big price for my father. Yes, it's our story.
Okay, that is a great story, Baoling.
Yeah,
Okay, great
it's
story.
a little bit long. Sorry.
Yeah, a little bit long. Yeah.
Yeah.
So to make it shorter, of course, you can cut all the introduction out. Okay, when you talked about how you had to go to your hometown and how your grandfather has 9 sisters and how you went to visit his place at quarter to 3 or whatever, and you stayed for 3 hours. Okay,
Yes.
none of that, of course, is important for the story.
Yes.
Okay, just need to get to the main part, which is the collision part. So
Yes.
Bao Ling, you told that very well. Okay, Bao Ling, that is the best I have heard you speak.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
you are improving a lot, Bao Ling. Okay, very good description. Very good description of how those guys look. The scary guys look
Yes.
like mafia guys. You know, had tattoo. You know,
Yes.
had haircut. Yeah, and what they threatened, you know, to do to your parents. How they wanted money. Okay, and how your mother, she calmed your father down. Very good. Very good descriptions. I could follow the whole story, Baoling. So excellent story. And of course, you can use that story for many different situations, can't you? Many
Because
different
it's like a
situations.
very true story, so I think it's have an idea to talk to.
Yes, it's a true story too. So easy to remember. Okay, easy to remember for you so that you can use that in many different situations for the IELTS test. So very good, Bowling. Very good.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you are right. The only thing I would change is make it shorter.
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you, Baoling. Okay, Feng Ni.
Yes.
Feng Ni, thank you for waiting, Feng Ni. And everybody else, thank you for being patient while I do this with the other students. But this is important. I need to hear you all talk one by one, okay, so I can hear your stories. Okay, Feng Ni, what is your topic, please?
My topic is when me and my friends organize a music show.
Okay, great. Please start.
Yes, when on August in 2023, the one project called has opened the application form to people to apply to the project, and the project is organized a music show and the traditional music show. And first time I was really confused, and I think I can pass the application form, but I passed the application form and interview. And when I organized a music show with the project, I met a lot of people and met too many new friends too. We had a memorable time together, although we made a lot of mistakes while we organized this show, but also still really successful, and the audience really enjoy it. And we prepared for the show for 1 month because organizing a music show need to do many things like finding a theater, rent the outfit, instrument, and microphone for the artist. It's one of the most memorable times to me. I've learned a lot of things and made many new friends. It's the first time I organized a music show. Although I did a lot of mistakes, but I can learn many lessons from them.
Okay, Feng Ni. Again, that was very good. Very good, Feng Ni. Okay, very good talk. Just be careful. I noticed that you have written some of it down, so you are reading some of it. Okay, so please try to practice speaking without reading, without writing it down, just like you would have to do for the IELTS test. Of course, you can write some notes, but you can't write down complete sentences. So you just have to rely on a few notes. But you told me about the music show very well, Feng Ni. You can, of course, use this story again for many different questions. Okay. Tell me about a time you did something that was scary. Tell me about a time you did something with a friend. Tell me about a time you did something that was new for you. Tell me about a time when you learnt something. Okay. Again, you can use that same story to answer all those questions. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Good. And there are many ways, if you wanted, to make that story longer. You know, tell me about one thing you learned. You said you learned many different things. For example, okay, you could talk about that. There are many, many different things we had to do with organizing this music show. You mentioned some of them, like you had to find somewhere to have the show. You have to arrange to hire some equipment. Yeah, you can talk about that sort of thing in more detail if you need to fill more time. Does that also make sense, Fung Ni?
Yes.
Okay, good, Fung Ni. But yeah, good topic, okay, and good talk. So just practice next time doing it without writing too much down, okay?
Yes.
That is the main thing. Thank you, Fung Ni. Okay, so I have 5 more of these to go, by the way. So those of you who have already done it, you can relax, okay, while I do the others. So, Viet Ang. Viet Ang.
Yeah, teacher.
How are you, Viet Ang?
I'm good.
Good. Okay. What is your topic, Viet Ang?
My topic is a badminton match with my friend.
Okay. Sorry, I can't. Can you turn your camera back on, Viet Ang? I can't see you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's better. All right, Viet Ang, please start whenever you're ready.
Yes. Last Sunday I have a badminton match with friend. It's sport from Asian. So it's famous in Vietnam or Asian. Uh, and not it not only famous, well known in Asian, but it also famous in Europe. Badminton sport. If you want to play badminton sport, you must have speed, skill, or stamina. If the Asian people have a speed and skill more than European have a stamina. For example, Lee Chong Wei from Malaysia. He professional badminton people and professional badminton. So he had skill and speed very good. In European, we have assistant from Denmark. He a professional, famous with stamina. One match, badminton, you must have 21 points to win, and you must have a racket, badminton racket. Um, if basketball or swimming increase your height, uh, badminton can increase too. I think this sport good for our health, so we will play it usually.
Okay, is that the end, Viet Ang?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, good story, Viet Ang. Okay, very good. Okay, and very fluent too, Viet Ang. That's great. So again, you can use this story for topics such as, tell me about a sport that is interesting. Tell me about something, a time you watched something entertaining. Okay. Tell me about a special skill that someone has. Okay, so the skill is badminton. Just one thing I will correct with your pronunciation, Viet Ang. European. Can you say that for me, please?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you say that word, please? European.
European.
Good. You talked about the European player having stamina. Is that correct?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah. Okay. So just be careful how you pronounce that word. All right, European. So you talked about the Malaysian player having what? Skill and speed, but the European player has stamina. Okay, which is good. But just be careful that you pronounce European correctly. Thank you, Viet Ang. That was good.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, so Tuan Son is next, then Fung Ling, then Bao Ming, then Duk Nia. So, Tuan Son.
Yes.
Okay, Tuan Son, what is your topic, please?
I will talk about one of my friends at school. He's a very good person. I very like him, and he's my favorite one too. He's very good at learning, so I usually ask for his help to do my homework.
Okay, great. Please tell me more. Okay, Chuan Son, please start. Please start.
I usually invite him to hang out with me many places because I have any bike, so he usually the one who drive me to go to the entertain place. He's also the one who drive me to home every day as from school.
Go on to it. Can you tell me more, Tu and Son?
That's all I got.
Okay, so Tu and Son, that was too short. All right. So let me give you some suggestions, Tu and Son. So your subject is your best friend. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you would say, I'm going to tell you about my best friend. His name is whatever his name is. We first met. Okay, so please tell me how you first met. When did you first meet him, Tu and Son?
I met him at school when the teacher moved me sit next to him.
Okay, good. How long ago was this? How long
It
ago?
was like 2 years ago.
Good. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about my best friend. His name is, what's his name, Tu and Son?
Who?
Who? Going to tell you about my best friend. His name is Who. We first met at school about 2 years ago when the teacher made us sit together. Very quickly, we became good friends. Now, for example, Tu and Son is very clever, so he can help me do my homework. Sometimes I have trouble with my math homework, but Who knows how to do math very well, so he can help me solve some of these problems. Who also has his own bike or motorcycle. So see what I mean, Tu and Son?
Yes.
Okay, so you just talk your way through first how you met, okay, and then the sorts of things you do together. And you can very easily fill up time. Does that make sense, Tu and Son?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, now you already have the vocabulary to do this, Tu and Son. I know you do. Okay, so it is just a matter of just organizing in your mind the order, okay, in which you are going to tell the story. So, like I suggest, you start off by telling me his name, how you first met, and then the sorts of things that you do together. Okay? All right?
Yes.
Does that make sense, Tu and Son?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, good. Thank you. Feng Ling.
Yes.
Okay, Feng Ling. Thank you for being patient. What is your topic, Feng Ling?
I will talk about a week I went to a defense class on the outskirts of Hanoi.
Wow, that sounds really interesting. Okay, please start whenever you're ready, Feng Ling.
Yes. Like in the army, we are divided into teams, and each team will be in charge of a teacher who is a soldier. Our room we live wasn't very big, but we had to stay together. I remember about 10 people in one room. And in the morning we would get up at 5 a.m. and go to bed at 9 p.m. The food was plentiful and varied, but it was not very tasty. So we had to bring canned food to eat. My friend even bought a suitcase of food. In defense class, we learned how to disassemble and reassemble a gun, and we time it, and I was the fastest in my class, faster than all the boys. And on the last day, our teacher held a party with a bonfire to say goodbye to us. And I learned to be independent in a week, and it was a memorable week for me.
Okay, so that's good. That's good, Feng Ling. Okay, very interesting subject. All right. So the only thing that I felt was missing was you didn't tell me much about how you felt during this. Okay, so you talk about many different things like the food was interesting. Okay, and how you talked about how the food was plentiful, but it wasn't very good. Um, my friend bought a whole suitcase of food. We were so hungry because every day, we got up so early and we had to work quite hard and do lots of exercise. So I felt really hungry. See what I mean, Fengli?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I was really looking forward to have some good food to eat. So I'm so glad my friend bought a whole suitcase full of food. Okay. And then you say, because we got up so early, I felt really tired a lot of the time. But one thing that was really exciting that we did was we had to use the rifle. So the words you need to use, by the way, Fengling, you got them almost correct. So the first word is disassemble. Can you say that, please?
Disassemble. Disassemble.
Disassemble. And the opposite is reassemble.
Reassemble.
Yeah. We had to disassemble the rifle and then reassemble the rifle, put it back together. And I was the fastest in my class, faster than all the boys. And that made me feel good and made the boys feel really bad. Okay.
Yes.
All right. See what I mean, Fengling? So just talk about
Yes.
how it made you feel. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Okay. But very good story, Fengling. Very good story. Excellent. And one that is easy to remember, of course. Okay. So
Yes.
So like I was saying to the others, you can use that for many different subjects. Okay. Tell me a time you did something interesting. Tell me a time you did something exciting. Tell me a time you learned something new. Okay.
Yes.
Tell me a time when tell me a time when you were really hungry and wanted some food. Okay. You can use that same
Yes.
story. Same story. Okay. Very good, Fengling. Excellent. Okay,
Yes.
only 2 more of these to go, by the way, everyone. So thank you for being patient. Michael, Bao Ming, Chao Gon.
Hello, Mr.
How are you, Michael?
I am a bit dizzy.
Dizzy.
Yeah,
Why are you dizzy?
I catch a cold yesterday.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
It's the weather was a little bit annoying, so I got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I hear it's very cold today. So I hope you feel better soon.
Yes.
Okay, what is your topic, Bao Ming?
All right, so my topic is about a story when I got on the borderline of Vietnam and China
Okay, good.
with my
Please
family.
start. Okay, please start.
So it was around the last month when me and my family went to the borderline of China and Vietnam to go have a holiday before I re-enter school. Since it's a borderline, I cannot really pass through the other side, but I can say that the sea of the other side of the borderline was pretty beautiful. As I see, there are many soldiers around guarding the borderline, so none will trespass it. I tried to like get a picture with the soldier, but they actually went out and say that pictures were not allowed. And well, I asked the reason why. They say that it's the borderline of Vietnam and China. You shouldn't be allowed to get any photos or picture of it, because if you do, then you will be considered as committing a crime to between the China and Vietnam. And so on, I moved with my family to the restaurant near that place. It was a Chinese restaurant. However, it was placed in the borderline of Vietnam. And the Chinese restaurant have both Vietnamese meals dishes and the Chinese dishes. There are also some traditional Chinese dishes that I really enjoy like eating, such as like tofu, the smelly ones, the smelly tofu, the hard cooked rice fish, and of course there's are also famous uh cooked rice. I don't remember the name, but it was a little bit hard to remember. It was Shanghai cooked rice. And after finish consuming the food, we went out for some places to get the photos. We go near the borderline Chinese and Vietnamese. There's also a place to get some photos that is under the mountain, if I remember. Yeah, this is under the mountain. So we went
Okay.
there and took some
Okay, but
pictures
sorry
with
to interrupt, Michael, but that
we end
sorry
up
to
going
Michael,
to the hotel
Michael.
in a small town near the border. Thank
Okay,
you.
okay, Michael, that was good, but a little bit too long. Okay,
Yeah,
a little bit too long. But I know I knew you could talk for 2 minutes easily. So again,
I was thinking that I made it too long, so I cut down the ideas. That's why
Okay.
I was stopped a little.
Okay, good. I mean, you could even easily talk for 2 minutes about how you tried to take the photo of the soldier. Okay, and that
Yeah.
was. I think you were very brave to ask, by the way, Michael. I would be too scared to ask because I know they wouldn't like it.
Well,
They
technically,
might
I
arrest
know
me.
about I know about these soldiers because they don't often be rude to the citizens.
Mm. Yeah.
So there's no reason to be afraid of.
Right. Okay. So only one. So very good story, Michael. But yeah, like I say, you should just maybe concentrate just on one part of that. So the part that was interesting for me was you trying to take the picture of the soldiers and what they said. By the way, the word is border. You don't need to say borderline.
Oh yeah.
Borderline. Borderline actually means something different in English. So just
Okay.
use the word border. So we went to visit the border between Vietnam and China.
Yes.
Okay, just use the word border. But very good, Michael. Okay, very good.
Thank you.
Okay, great. So last one, Duk Nia. Chào Gon,
Yes,
Duk Nia.
I'm here.
Okay, okay. How are you, Duk Nia?
I'm pretty sick right now.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
a lot of people are sick today. Oh well, I'm glad you could come to the class, Duk Nia. What is your
Yeah.
topic, Duk Nia?
So I will talk about an experience I had in a school event.
Okay. Please start.
So okay. So this happened in I think it's in ninth grade in my school. Like they have like an annual event named like Book Week. It's an event that happened in a week in one of the last week of the school year to encourage students to read books and to read book and yeah encourage students to read books. And in the event, like in the last day, there will be a event that every class have to like to dress up as a character in a book to uh, mm, to perform on the school stage. So our class decided to dress up as the book like the Cinderella book. Uh, first, in the first place, the they decided to have a princess as a boy, and they decided it's another boy. That's in the first place, that's not me, but they ordered the wrong size of the dress for that guy, so they decided to suggest me as a princess because that the size is perfectly fit for me. And like in the first place, I don't like the idea that much because I like who wants to be like a boy that dressed as a princess on stage for the whole school to see. So
Mm.
so as the first, so I was like not having it, but I think again that it's already the ninth grade. It's one of the last year of my secondary school year. So and it's one of the last day schools too. So I decided to took the role and took the role and dressed up as a princess to go on the stage. So we had a lot of fun, and we actually win the first prize of the of that dress up event, and I was pretty surprised because like our class is the only class that have a boy that dress up as a princess. It's a very interesting experience I had. Yeah, that's all I have.
Okay. All right. It's a great story, Duknia. Very good. Excellent story. Okay. So, and you told it very well, Duknia. Okay, very fluent. That's great. So, again, Duknia, so you could use that story for many different situations, couldn't you? Tell me about a time you had to do something unusual. Okay. Tell me about a time you did something interesting. All right. Tell me about a time when you had to talk in front of lots of people. Okay. That kind of thing. Does that make sense, Duknia?
Yeah, it does.
All right. And it's a great story, Duknia. Very memorable. Okay. Very, very easy to remember. Not many people get the chance to dress up as a girl or as Cinderella. All right. And not many people are brave enough to do that. Okay, so tell me about a time you had to do something when you were brave. Okay, all right. So
Yeah.
again, that story can fit many different questions. All right, so that's very good, Duknia. Okay, so that is everyone. So again, so the reason why we have done this, I'll just remind you, just in case you've forgotten, is that so you have a story in the back of your mind that you already know that you can use to answer many different types of part two question. Because as I say, what you are being judged on is your communication skill. So even if your story has only a small connection to the question they've asked you, such as Duknia's story then, tell me about a time when you had to do something brave. Okay, so Duknia talks about the time when he had to dress up as Cinderella. Okay, which is being brave because, of course, how many boys want to dress up as girls and have everyone look at them? Okay, so even though it has only a small connection with being brave, it is still a good way for Duknia to communicate a story that he knows well. And this is the sort of thing that you all need to be able to do. So to have a story in your mind, at the back of your mind, that you can easily use to answer a part two question, so that you don't have to think of a whole story in the 1 minute you get to prepare. So everyone actually did that pretty well. So that's good. So thank you, everyone, for practicing your 2 minute speaking. You're getting better at that, at your 2 minute speaking. And for those of you, like I was saying, who found it hard to talk for the 2 minutes, just think of some more detail to add to your story, and you will be fine. All right. So for the rest of the lesson, we're going to concentrate on writing. So what I'm going to do now is share this with you, which was the question that you had to answer for the mock Ielts test that we did a couple of weeks ago. So you should all be able to see now the question, which was: details of the private lives of celebrities shouldn't be published in the media. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So this was an opinion essay, of course. You know it's an opinion essay because an opinion essay will always have something like this as the question. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So you know it's an opinion essay, and you know with an opinion essay, you only give one side. So you have to decide whether you agree or disagree and write about that. Now, a couple of students did ask me they had trouble thinking of ideas. So one suggestion I have for you to help you think of ideas: imagine that this is you. Imagine that you are a celebrity or a movie star or a singer, and someone published all your details online, okay, on Instagram or Facebook. They published all the details that they had read in your WhatsApp messages. Zungha.
Yes.
Okay, Zungha. If someone suddenly published all your WhatsApp messages online, how would you feel? How would you feel?
First, I think I will feel shocked and it
Yes.
will affect my mental health.
Correct. Good. Okay, you feel shock and mental health. So already, Zung Ha said she would feel shock and it would affect her mental health. So already you have some idea of how a celebrity might feel if the same thing happened to them. So it already gives you an idea of what you can write about. So you would say, I disagree that these details should be published online because it will be bad for mental health and will also give them a shock and make them scared. So straight away, so one suggestion of how to think of ideas is to think how something would affect you. Okay? If you can't think of how something would affect you, remember the coffee shop method I suggested. Think of maybe what your friends would think about this. Then think about maybe what your parents or your older relatives might think about this. So this should easily help give you ideas as to how to have an opinion about a particular topic, even if you've never thought about it before. But one easy way is, first of all, to put yourself at the center of the topic. So if someone put all your emails or all your messages online for everyone to read, how would you feel? Okay, so that is a very powerful way. All right. Quick test for you now, everyone. And again, thank you for being patient while everybody else was speaking. Okay. Bao Chan.
Yeah.
Can you give me, now we already know that there are 5 different types of task 2 essay question. Can you tell me the 5 different types that I've highlighted here, Bao Chan?
In opinion, type of question, problem or solution, discussion, advantage or disadvantage.
Correct. Thank you, Bao Chan. So everyone, in case you've forgotten, these are the 5 different types of type 2 essay or task 2 essay. Opinion, double question, problem solution, discussion or advantage, disadvantage. So like I was saying before, when you first see the question, you have to work out which one of these it is, because that will help decide the structure of your essay. So you will see here there are 12 different essay topics. I want you now just to take a few minutes, everyone. This is a test. Please look at each of these essay topics, okay? And please tell me what each one is. Okay, please work out what each one is. So please read all 12 topics. I'll give you a few minutes to do this. I was going to ask you to send them to me in chat, but it will take too long. So instead, please write down, just for yourself, what type you think each question is, and I'm going to ask each of you to tell me some of them. For example, Chami,
Yes.
what is, looking at question 1, what type of essay is it?
It's a cause and solution essay.
No, it's not, Chami. No, it's not. Not quite. Try again, Chami.
Problem and solution essay.
No, try again, Chami.
I think it's double questions.
Correct. It is a double question. Okay. Very easy to see because it's asked you. You can see there are two questions. Does that make sense, Chami?
Yes.
Okay. That's how you can tell. Okay. Yes, it is a kind of problem and solution essay. Okay. But it's more, but double question is more accurate. Double question is more accurate. All right, so that's what I want all of you to do, please. So can you all please look at the 12 different questions? All right, and I'm going to come and ask you. So I've already asked Chami. So what I'm going to do in a couple of minutes when you've looked at all of them is just go around you and ask you, what is question one? And you just say double question. Okay, you don't need to read the question for me. Okay, just give you another couple of minutes to do this. Have you finished?
Yes.
Okay, Chami. So I'm just going to call out the number of the question. Please tell me what you think it is, okay?
Yes.
All right, number one, Chami.
It's the double questions.
Number two.
It's the discussions.
Number three.
It's an opinion essay.
Number four.
It's problem and solution.
Number five.
It's the discussions.
Number six.
Advantage and disadvantage.
Number seven.
Opinion.
Number eight.
Problem and solution.
Number nine.
I think it's double question.
Number 10.
An opinion.
11.
Advantage and disadvantage.
And 12.
Discussion.
Thank you, Chami. Zungha.
Yes.
Number 1.
Problem and solution.
Number 2.
Opinion.
Number 3.
Number 2 is discussion.
Okay. Number 3.
Number 3 is opinion.
Number 4.
Number 4 is problem.
Number 5.
Number 5 is discussion.
Number 6.
Number 5 is double question. Number 6 is advantage or disadvantage.
Number 7.
Number 7 is opinion.
Number 8.
Problem and solution.
Number 9.
Number 9 is advantage and disadvantage.
Number 10.
Number 10, opinion.
Number 11.
Discussion.
And number 12.
Double questions.
Okay, Viet Ang.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, number 1.
Number 1 is double question.
Number 2.
Number 2 is discussion.
3.
3 is opinion.
4.
4 is problem and solution.
Number 5.
Number 5 is discussion.
6.
Number 6, advantage and disadvantage.
7.
7 is opinion.
8.
8 is double question.
9.
9 is double question too.
10.
10 is opinion.
11.
I think it's opinion.
And 12.
12 is discussion.
Okay, thank you, Viet Ang. Tu and Son.
Yes.
Okay, 1. Tu and Son.
Double question.
2.
Discussion.
3.
Opinion.
4.
Problem and solution.
5.
Discussion.
6.
Advantage and disadvantage.
7.
Opinion.
8.
Problem and solution.
9.
Double question.
10.
Opinion.
11.
Advantage and disadvantage.
And 12.
Discussion.
Thank you, Tu and Son. Fung Ling.
I'm here.
Number 1.
Double question.
2.
Discussion.
3.
Opinion.
4.
Causes and solution.
5.
Discussion.
6.
Advantage and disadvantage.
7.
Opinion.
8.
Causes and solution.
9.
Double question.
10.
Opinion.
11.
Advantage and disadvantage.
And 12.
Discussion.
Thank you, Fung Ling. Bao Ming.
Yes.
Okay, number 1. Michael.
Double question.
2.
Discussion.
3.
Opinions.
4.
Problem and solution.
5.
Discussion again.
6.
Advantage or in disadvantage.
7.
Opinions.
8.
Problem and solution.
9.
Double question.
10.
Opinion.
11.
Advantage and disadvantage.
12.
Discussion again.
Okay, thank you, Bao Ming. Tuk Nia.
Yes.
Number 1, please.
Double question.
2.
Discussion.
3.
Opinion.
4.
Problem and solution.
5.
Discussion.
6.
Advantage and disadvantage.
7.
Opinion.
8.
Problem and solution.
9.
Double question.
10.
Opinion.
11.
Advantage and disadvantage.
And 12.
Discussion.
Okay, thank you. Kian.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, number 1.
Number 1 is opinion. No, wait. Double question.
Number 2.
Number 2 is discussion.
3.
Opinion.
4.
4. Problem and solution.
5,
Discussion.
6,
Um, Advantage and disadvantage.
7,
Opinion.
8,
Problem and solutions.
9,
Opinion.
10,
Your opinion too.
11,
11. Advantage and disadvantage.
and 12.
Discussion.
Okay, thank you, Kian. Bao Chan,
Yeah.
number 1,
Couple questions.
2,
Discussion.
3,
Opinion.
4,
Problem and solution.
5,
Discussion.
6,
Advantage and disadvantage.
7,
Opinion.
8,
Double question.
9,
Double question.
10,
Opinion.
11,
Advantage and disadvantage.
and 12.
Discussion.
Okay, just thank you. Bao Chan, just 2 more students to go. Bao Ling.
Yes.
Okay, number 1,
Double question.
2,
Discussion.
3,
Opinion.
4,
Solution and problem.
number 5,
Discussion.
number 6,
Advantage and disadvantage.
number 7,
Opinion.
number 8,
Problem and solution.
9,
Um, dou- Double question.
10,
Opinion.
8, 11,
Advantage and disadvantage.
and 12.
Discussion.
Okay, and last one, Feng Ni. Feng Ni.
Yes.
1, please.
Double question.
2,
Discussion.
3,
Opinion.
4,
Problem and solution.
5,
Discussion.
6,
Advantage and disadvantage.
7,
Opinion.
8,
Problem and solution.
9,
Double question.
10,
Opinion.
11,
Advantage and disadvantage.
and 12.
Discussion.
Okay. Thank you, Feng Ni. Kak Zung. Chao Gon. I've just seen you.
Yeah, hello, teacher.
Okay, Kak Zung, do you know what we're doing?
Yes.
Okay, Kak Zung, number 1,
Double question.
2,
Discussion.
3,
Opinion.
4,
Problem and solution.
5,
Discussion.
6,
Advantage and disadvantage.
7,
Opinion.
8,
Problem and solution.
9,
Double question.
10,
Opinion.
11,
Advantage and disadvantage.
and 12.
Discussion.
Okay, thank you, Kak Zung. Okay, just checking the scores here to see how many people got 100%. Okay, just having a quick look. Because several people got 100%, which is great. Okay, so so 8 of you got 100%. So congratulations, Kak Zung, Bao Ling, Duk Nia, Cha Mi, Tuan Son, Feng Ling, Bao Ming, and Duk Nia. So congratulations, you all got 100%. Okay, the rest of you had some mistakes, although you got most of them right. So that's great that 8 of you could identify exactly which essay was which. I will give you the correct answers now and then just quickly explain why. So number 1, okay, was obviously double question, okay? Asks 2 questions. Of course, 1 question here, okay? 1 question here. All right, so any time you see there are 2 questions, you know it's a double question essay. Don't need to think about whether it's a discussion or whether it's advantage or disadvantage. Has to be a double question essay. Number 2 is a discussion. Easy to tell because discussion essays always have the word discuss as part of the question. Even though it also says opinion here, okay, it is actually a discussion essay. Discuss both views. Remember, an opinion essay, okay, you only have to give one view. So anytime you see the word discuss, you know it's a discussion essay. Also, as we've already discussed, anytime you see agree, disagree is an opinion essay. So number 3 is an opinion. Number 4, obviously problem and solution. What are the causes of this problem? What measures could be taken to solve it? Okay. Measures, by the way, means what solutions? Measures is a synonym for solutions. So for those of you who weren't sure about that, measures is a synonym for solutions, a more formal way of saying solutions. What measures could be taken to solve it? What things can you do to solve this problem? Number 5, obviously discussion, has the word discuss. Number 6, obviously advantages, disadvantages, says so in the question. Do you agree or disagree? Okay, is always opinion. All right. Problems and solutions, number 8, that is an easy one. Number 9, okay, double question, 2 questions. All has to be a double question. Anytime you see 2 questions, double question. Number 10, to what extent do you agree? Obviously, opinion. Anytime you see the word agree or disagree, it's an opinion essay. All right. Last one, the number 11, little bit tricky, okay, because it didn't mention anything about advantages and disadvantages, but it is an advantages and disadvantages essay. Okay, benefits, okay, are advantages. Problems are disadvantages. So this will happen sometimes. These, by the way, they are all real Ielts questions. Okay, I haven't made them up. I took them from the test. So these are all real Ielts questions. So sometimes it might use a synonym in the question, which it does here. Benefits are advantages, problems are disadvantages. Again, most of you got that correct, which is true. Okay, and this one, obviously, number 12 was a discussion. Okay, because it says the word discuss. Even though it says opinion, it is not an opinion essay, it's a discussion essay. Okay, so now that you have identified what essay it is, you have to know what the structure of your answer is going to be. Okay. Zung Ha.
Yes.
How many paragraphs does your answer have to a task 2 question? How many paragraphs?
4 paragraph.
Correct. You sound a little bit unsure, but you are correct, Zung Ha. Always 4 paragraphs. Okay? Kami,
Yes.
what are the 4 paragraphs? What's
Is
paragraph?
the
No. Yep. Sorry. Go on, please.
is the introductions,
Yes.
body 1, body 2, and conclusion.
Thank you, Zung Ha. Okay. So please remember, everyone. Okay. Writing task 2. Always 4 paragraphs. Okay. Number 1 paragraph is always an introduction. then body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, and conclusion. Okay, you always follow this basic structure. But where it changes is what you have in your body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2. This is why you need to identify what sort of essay it is, because this decides what is going into your body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2. But before we do that, just to make sure that you still remember this, Bao Ling.
Oh,
In the introduction to an opinion essay, Bao Ling, okay, what are the 3 different things you need in the introduction?
in the opinion, you just give one side.
Okay, sorry, what is your, I'll be a little bit more specific. What is the first sentence always in your introduction? What is the first sentence always?
You paraphrase the sentence.
Thank you. First sentence, again, everyone, you should know this off by heart now. The first sentence of the introduction to any essay is always a paraphrase. Always a paraphrase, okay, of the first part, all right, of the question statement. Okay, so back to you, please, Bao Ling. What is the second part of your introduction?
You give your opinion.
Correct, you do.
this-
Thank you. Thank you, Bao Ling. Second part, in an opinion essay only, you give your opinion. You say whether you agree or disagree. Okay, and next, Bao Ling, what is the third part of the introduction?
You give 2 reasons.
Thank you. You give your 2 reasons. Okay, so 100% Bao Ling, that's great. So an opinion essay only, okay, paraphrase is your first sentence. Second part, you give your opinion. Third part, you give the 2 reasons why you give that opinion. Okay. If we are looking at, for example, at this essay, which is a double question essay, Fung Ni,
Yes.
in your introduction to a double question essay, what is the first sentence?
I think
Remember what I said it is always?
it's a paraphrase.
Correct. Okay, so remember, please, everyone, for any of these 5 different types of essay, first sentence is always a paraphrase. Okay, but this is where it changes a little bit, Fung Ni, from the opinion essay. What would be the next part of your introduction? What do you think?
I think it's the answer of the double question, like I think parents shouldn't force their children to spend more time at home.
Not quite, Fung Ni. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, what is the first question in this essay?
It's why has this change occurred?
Good. Okay, so the next part of your introduction is just going to be one reason why this change has occurred. Okay, Fung Ni?
Yes.
So your first sentence, as I said, is always a paraphrase. Your next sentence is going to be a reason why has this change occurred? Why are children spending less time with their families? Which means the next part of your introduction, Fung Ni, is going to be what?
Do you think parents should force their children to spend more time at home?
Correct. Okay, this is where you say, yes, I agree with this, or no, I disagree with this. Does that make sense, Fung Ni?
Yes.
Okay, so everyone, I hope that makes sense. In this double question essay, okay, the first sentence is always a paraphrase, like it is in every essay, a paraphrase of this. Okay? In your second sentence, you would give a reason why has this change occurred, and in the second part, this is still your introduction, remember, you would say, I think that parents should not force their children to spend more time at home, or whatever your opinion is. And remember, as always, there is no right or wrong answer to this. Okay? The Ielts test is a test of communication. All right? There is no correct answer. It is just how well you communicate it. Okay, looking at the discussion essay now. Viet Ang. Viet Ang.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, Viet Ang. So you can see question 2 here, which is a discussion essay.
Yes.
Okay. What is the first sentence of your introduction going to be?
I think it's paragraph.
Correct. Is a paraphrase. First
Paraphrase.
sentence is always a paraphrase. Any essay, first sentence, always a paraphrase. Okay. What is the second sentence going to be in this discussion essay? What is the second sentence, Viet Ang?
I have no idea.
Okay, all right, that's fine, Viet Ang. We will see if someone has got the answer. Tuan Son. Tuan Son.
Yes.
Okay, what is the second sentence going to be of the introduction to this essay?
Overview.
Overview, no. Oh, you are thinking of task 1. Okay, not an overview. Okay, need you to be a little bit more specific. Feng Ling. Feng Ling.
Yes.
Okay, what is the second part of your introduction going to be? First part of your introduction, of course, is going to be a paraphrase. What is the second part of your introduction?
Second part of introduction.
For this essay.
Give two reasons.
Sorry, Feng Ling?
The sentence 1 is paraphrase the question, and sentence 2 is give two opinion.
Yes.
Two reason.
Okay, good. Thank you, Feng Ling. Yes, you are correct. Okay, so the second part, everyone, Viet Ang and Tuan Son, of this, you are going to have to, okay, give your opinion, okay, and give the reasons, all right, for both views. Okay, how many reasons, Viet Ang, do you need to give?
I need 2 reasons.
Correct. Okay, so you still need 2 reasons. Okay, so for example, I will make this one easy for you. All right, the first view, of course, some people say television is useful for education. So, for example, you could say TV can be very helpful in helping students to understand different subjects. But on the other hand, most people only use TV for entertainment. I think that TV is best used for entertainment. Okay, so that is the second part. So you would need to give, okay, just 2 explanations, if you like, for both views, and then say what you think. I hope that makes sense. This is how you would do the introduction to a discussion essay. You would have to just mention both views and then say which one you agree with. Right? Michael Bao Ming.
Yes.
in this discussion essay, okay, the one I've highlighted, what is body paragraph number 1 going to be about?
To give an explanation for the first reason and example.
Correct. And what is body paragraph 2 going to be about?
Explain the second reason and an example too.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so Michael said that exactly correct. Body paragraph number 1 for this essay, you are going to give reasons why television is good for education. Body paragraph number 2, okay, why television is good for entertainment, and give an example. All right, very simple, the structure of this. But remember, unlike an opinion essay, you are giving both points of view. Okay, so this is where the structure is different from an opinion essay. Okay, this one slightly easier. Duknia.
Yes.
Okay, this is a problems and solutions essay, of course. Very easy to tell. What should sentence 1 of the introduction be, Duknia?
Sentence 1 of the introduction.
Remember, what is it always? What is sentence 1? Thank you.
Paraphrase the question.
Thank you. Paraphrase of the question. Thank you. Okay. What is the second sentence of your introduction going to be?
The first idea. Oh, great. No.
Correct. Yes. What is the second part of that sentence going to be?
A second idea of the, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll help you. I'll be a bit more specific. So everyone, as always, first sentence of the introduction is going to be a paraphrase of this. Okay. Yeah. Second sentence of the introduction, you're going to mention 1 or 2 causes of the problem. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then the second part of that sentence, or even a third sentence, if you need it, is going to be maybe 1 or 2 solutions. Does that make sense, Duknia?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, good. Thank you. So again, remember everyone, you're just going to give a quick summary, okay, of what you are going to be writing about in body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2, which in this case is what are the main causes of this problem and what are the main solutions. All right. Same for this one, okay. This is an advantages, disadvantages essay. Of course, the first sentence is going to be a paraphrase. The second sentence of the introduction, okay, what is 1 or 2 of the advantages of being a vegetarian? What is 1 or 2 of the disadvantages? All right, so I hope that makes sense to you, what is going to be in your introduction. And then, of course, in this essay, advantages, disadvantages essay, Kian.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Kian, in body paragraph 1 of this essay, what are you going to talk about? What is the topic of body paragraph 1 of this essay?
I will talk about advantage first.
Correct. What is body paragraph 2 going to be about?
This will going about drawbacks.
Correct. Okay. And I think Michael mentioned this before, but I'll just see if you remember, Kian. What also do you need in body paragraph 1 and 2? If you can think of one.
Examples.
Thank you, Kian. You need an example. Okay. So body paragraph 1 in this essay is going to be an advantage of being a vegetarian, or even a couple of advantages and an example. Body paragraph number 2 is going to be a disadvantage and an example. All right, so I hope that makes sense to all of you. So again, just to summarize what we have done, and I've spent a little bit of time on this because it's important. All right, it's important, first of all, you know what type of essay it is. There are 5 different types of essay. You need to identify what type of essay it is before you start planning. Okay, because depending on what type of essay it is, depends on the structure of your answer. If you don't identify the type of essay it is right at the start, you're going to have the wrong structure and you won't get a good mark. Okay, so it's important that you identify the type of essay correctly, because then you know what the structure is going to be. Okay. What I want you to do now, just very quickly, for the rest of the lesson, I was going to get you to write this, but it will take too long. So, I want you please to look at this topic, okay? And I want you to give me some ideas. I'm going to come around and ask each of you your ideas. So this, of course, is a discussion essay because it has the word discuss in it. You know straight away it's a discussion essay. So what you're going to have to do is discuss both views. So you need to come up with some ideas. How is television useful for education? And an example. Okay. How is television useful for entertainment? And you are also going to tell me which one you agree with. So do you think television is better for education, or is it better for entertainment? And remember, you can actually say both. Remember what I said about this is a test of communication. So there's no right or wrong answer. So you could say both. And as long as you write about that in correct English, okay, that is absolutely fine. Next week, I'll actually get you to do some writing about this. But at the moment, what I just want is your ideas. I'll just give you a couple of minutes to think of ideas. Remember what I said before about how to think of ideas. Okay, if you were looking at this question and thinking, I'm not sure what to think about this. Think about yourself. What do you use television for? Or maybe you don't watch much television these days. I know, maybe you just look at your phone or look at your laptop or your iPad. But just have a think. If I was going to watch television, what would I mainly watch it for? Would I watch it for education, or would I just watch it for some entertainment program? Like MasterChef Vietnam or something like that. Okay, so remember what I said before, if you can't think of ideas, first of all, think of how it affects you. Think of what you would do about this question. All right, just give you another minute or so, then I'll just quickly go around all of you and ask you for your opinion. Bao Ling, I'm going to start with you. Bao Ling?
Yes.
Okay, Bao Ling, what do you think?
I agree with the opinion that television can be entertainment for children and for people.
For example?
Example like people can study through the information or video or picture on the television. or like example like a word of animal or some program is that have that use English to communicate.
Okay, so that is actually education, not entertainment.
Yes, I don't. Yes,
Darling,
I
okay?
forgot.
Isn't it? Okay, so you started off saying you think television is useful for entertainment, but then you start to talk about education, which is fine because remember you need to discuss both views for this. What is
Yes.
an example of entertainment then, darling?
Entertainment example like watching film, cartoon, or
Great. Okay, fine.
yeah.
Thank you, darling. That's good. Okay, Fung Ni.
Yes,
Okay, discuss both views. Fung Ni, television is useful for education. Yes, no.
I think it's yes. Because
For example,
like in Vietnam we have the sorry it's like the channel called BTV is like it's always bring the information around the world and it's good for the education.
okay, good. And entertainment?
Entertainment like it has a many app like YouTube, Netflix to people to watch the film or the video, so it's useful for entertainment.
Okay, good. Thank you, Fung Ni. That's good. So you already have ideas for this question. That's good for both views. Good. Okay. Cha Mi.
Yes.
Okay. Discuss both views. Cha Mi. So give me an example. Television is useful for education, yes or no?
I think it's just because students can learn through TV by watching some educational programs or some animated video that makes
Okay.
learning more creative.
Okay, good. So remember, if this was an essay question, you would have to give a specific example. Okay, so so you'd have to think of a program. Bao Ling before she gave me an example of a program. Can you think of an education program, Chami?
Yes, for example, TED Talk is
Okay.
useful for, yes.
Okay, great, perfect. Okay, and entertainment, Chami.
It's really benefits watchers to like relax and chill after a busy schedules. For example, Netflix and YouTube, like it's a program to watch films or some comedies.
Okay, great. Zung Ha.
Yes.
Okay, Zung Ha. Television is useful for education, yes or no?
Yes, because we can social skill or knowledge from the news in television.
Okay, and for example?
For example, it had everyday news, so we can know about what is happening about the world in Vietnam.
Okay, good. So remember, for your example, you have to be more specific. You would have to name up, it will be best to name a program, Zung Ha. Can you think about a program?
People have a program called Thời sự. It's like news update every day.
Okay, good. All right, now, entertainment. What do you think?
I think it's also yes. Every television had many programs like music or movies. For example, children had a program channel called Disney, so we can relax by watching it every day.
Okay, great. Thank you, Zung Ha. Viet Ang. Viet Ang. Oi.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, Viet Ang. So, is television useful for education, yes or no?
Yes, because children can use television to learn uh, um,
Yeah.
a lot of a lot of regular, so teach the children to study.
Good. So, for
Yeah.
example, can you give me an example of a program, Viet Ang?
For example, program. Um,
Okay, so remember, you have to be able to think of an example for your essay. All right. So what about entertainment, Viet Ang? Is television good for entertainment?
yes, it's good for entertainment.
For example,
Because it have a game show or party, it make you be funny.
okay, good. And again, you have to think of an example of a
For
program.
it Cartoon Network or Disney Channel.
Okay, good. All right. Thank you, Viet Ang. Tu and Son.
Uh,
All
my
right. So
opinion,
we're discussing both views. Okay. So is television useful for education? Yes or no?
I think it is better for entertainment because when someone have a hard work all day long, they want to get home and relax and watch programs such as Thời sự and Disney Channel to entertain themselves.
Okay. What about for education?
And for education, there are many programs that can teach people and let people get many knowledge.
Okay. For example, what is one program you can think of?
It's Discovery Channel.
Okay. Good. Tu and Son. So again, you have to remember the essay question says discuss both views. So you have to be able to think of examples of both. Okay, one paragraph about education and one paragraph about entertainment. Thank you, Tu and Son. Fung Ling.
Yes.
Is television useful for education? Yes or no?
Yes. I think it's yes. Because when we use television, we can download we can use to learn from I mean from YouTube and we can study at home and like this
Okay, no, that's fine, Fung Ling. Please remember, Fung Ling, and also everyone, education doesn't just mean learning lessons. For example, watching the news can also be educational. So news is a good example of education. It's not teaching you anything, but it's giving you information about Vietnam or the world or something like that. So you don't just have to think about, is there a program on TV that gives children education? The news or current affairs can be educational. What about entertainment, Feng Ling? What is a program you might watch for entertainment? Can't think of a program for entertainment.
Yes.
I'm sure you can. What about like even something on the Disney Channel or some movie or something like that? Or maybe some music video. Maybe you like to watch Blackpink or Taylor Swift or something.
It can
Does that make sense, Fung Ling?
yes.
Okay, so you have to be able to think of some example and write about it in the essay. So something that you would watch for entertainment.
Yes.
Okay, Bao Ming, Michael.
Yep.
Okay. Useful for education, yes or no?
It is useful for education, since I also watch news about